the best setup really. Wired microphone, but never mind. Sort of an unboxing really. In the background there, I'm probably in the way, you can see my old sup, an all-round sup, Aquaplanet Seeker 10 for 8. Started me off on supping, and now I've bought a new sup, so we'll see how things go with the new sup. Let's unbox it to start off with. Bluefin 12'6" Rogue. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail. I want to see what a bluefin looks like and what the pump and things like, and you can do that online without me showing you all of the nitty-gritty details. It's not the purpose of what we're trying to achieve here anyway. What is the purpose of what we're trying to achieve here though, really? 10 for 8 sup. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, really. So why not just keep a 10 for 8 sup? I was looking on the internet a little while ago on YouTube, came across a race called the Paddle Skedaddle down in Norfolk. Piqued my interest for doing a bit of longer distance paddling than the 10 for 8 Aquaplanet actually gives me the ability to do. Also, I used to run a lot, but I can't now for various reasons, so I want another fitness outlet. And I'm thinking to myself, why not paddleboarding? And why a bluefin? Why a bluefin? I don't know why a bluefin. Slightly more higher priced, which makes it a slightly the design is more prestige. Did consider a 14-foot boat, but just the bluefin, the Rogue, I felt had a little bit more technology now. The bigger bluefin boards tend to be less technology, and which makes them a little bit more flexible potentially. And I wanted the stiffness that the Rogue gives me. Other brands, I could have spent a little bit less than I have done on the Rogue, but the other brands, again, you can buy other brands that offer various different things. 14-foot board, for instance, on the McConks, but then with the McConk stuff, you don't get them as a kit. So on the Bluefin, I've got a new paddle, I've got a new pump, I've got a decent new bag, but with things like McConks or other makes, you sometimes have to buy the paddle, the board, and then you add to stuff onwards. And I just fancied buying a kit because I didn't really want to start adding lots and lots of extras on. recommended PSI 15 to 18, which is the same as the Aquaplanet. It's got two bungee lots things, which the Aquaplanet doesn't have. I want to do a bit of touring, might even want to try and do a bit of maybe overnight camping or stuff like that, so I wanted a little bit more storage space. I've got 2 bungee straps. I'll show you in a little bit more detail in a while. The other thing about Bluefin is their ecology credentials, so you can see it's wrapped up in paper bag there rather than any plastics, and they also plant a tree when you buy one of their subs, so ecologically they are relatively sound in terms of a brand, which is also something I consider potentially when I do purchase things. Sub pump. I do have an electric pump, but I have to attach it up to the car, which I don't have up here on the driveway at the moment, so I can't use it. It is a double-barreled pump, which in itself should be quite good. It's collapsible, which means that you can use it for. You can take it with you, and it'll be slightly easier to carry than one of the big pumps that you tend to get with other boards. That is, of course, assuming I can work out how to actually fit it together. There we go. In theory, because it's got the double, it should be good. Oh, one good thing here, I didn't actually see on the reviews when I looked at it. Inflate, deflate. So you can pump your air out as well as pumping your air in, which is definitely something good to have. What else have we got in here? All the handles, of course, yep. And the handles come off. Not sure if that's going to be a good thing in the end or not, but we'll see as time goes on, I guess. As I said before, probably makes it quite good in terms of it. In terms of being able to pack it away to carry it with you if you do go on adventures, or even just out for a short trip. Standard sort of stuff. Now my electric pump is Aquaplanet badged item, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's got all of the same attachments, the same valves as the Aquaplanet, but we'll see. Right, if it hasn't, might mean a new purchase of a battery powered pump. You never know. More in a while when I've pumped it up. So that's 12 psi in about 15 minutes, but then I'm not the fittest. Not the fittest in that respect. Just a quick look. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these US style. They keep talking about US style things. They're a bit fiddly. You kind of have to undo this, and then you feed it into the slot at the bottom. I don't know if I can quite get the stuff turned over in a moment. Let's turn it over. So you feed it into that slot there when it's off, and then you put the fin in, and then you have to screw it up again. I'll show you a bit later when I'm actually taking the board out on the river. Don't know what else to compare really. I said it's a race board. You can see the front of the race board here compared to the front of the all-round sup there. A lot sleeker, a lot thinner in terms of its width. So that's 12'6", as I said, Rogue, and that's the Aquaplanet, which you can see is a lot fatter as an all-round boat. 12'6" versus the 10'8". You all know your weights, your distances and stuff. That's not going to make a lot of difference. I actually have a roof rack, so I'm able to carry it on the roof, which is slightly better, especially when you've got to spend 15 minutes pumping the thing up before you actually get on and use it. People say it's part of the fitness regime, but I'm not so convinced myself. The pump, I don't know, it's a pump, making a lot of difference to me. Paddle with this one, it's, as I said, it's premium brand, so they've shipped it out with a carbon shaft paddle, carbon shaft paddle. Never entirely sure if that makes any difference to the aluminium paddles, if I'm being honest. If you spend a little bit less than the Rogue, then you get on, especially with Bluefin, as well as any sup package, then you generally get an aluminium shaft. As I say, not entirely sure what the difference make. I think the paddles themselves are all plastic, so a little bit of more flex in the aluminium I'm led to understand, but I don't know how much difference that makes. Bluefin branded ankle strap, which you can attach to a quick release strap as well. Waterproof bag for your phone. I've already got a couple of those knocking around, so I'm not sure how much use that's going to be to me. Anyway, that's it. I said something about the flex system, FRS flex reduction system, ESL eco surface laminate technology. Marketing mumbo jumbo. I guess the main thing is in terms of the way that they join the boats together. Everything's flying around. We've got a little bit of a wind. So on these, the way that they do it on the cheaper boards, I think the Aquaplanet are the same. Certainly this board, which is about 3 years old now, maybe 4 years in terms of its technology, is they glue the seams here where the top layer meets the side layer. Whereas on the Bluefin, I'm led to understand that it's heat molded. So they heat up the two bits of plastic, which melts them together a lot better, which is supposed to be a lot better. This one also has this carbon rail thing, which is supposed to help in some capacity or another. I don't know how much difference it's going to make for my paddling, but it looks nice and sleek all the same. And then I said about the front being quite a bit different. The back on the touring board is different as well. Squared off back compared to the rounded back of the all-round board. I spoke about running and about running out of breath, which is the way I've decided to try and go down the way of supping rather than running. Just get a bit dizzy when I stand up and stuff. Anyway, plastic thing on the back there, which is supposed to shred water a little bit, make it a bit quicker in the water as well, which the Aquaplanet doesn't have. And for this particular sup, we've only got one skeg, as opposed to the Aquaplanet, which has three fins. I won't lift it up, you'll just have to take my word for it. Majority of all-round boards, as far as I'm aware, have the three, and then these touring boards just have the one. A nice bag which is supposed to turn inside out. I haven't quite worked out how to do that yet. That's it. I'm not going to do any more than that at the moment. There's not a lot of point. It's more of an introduction to me than anything. My journey into touring supping. We shall see how things go later. 2 supboards for the fleet. Probably find the wife will maybe use the Aquaplanet. I'll probably use it as well when I'm messing around, maybe at the beach, things like that. We'll see. More later. Just a couple of things. When I was pumping it up, after I pumped it up, I did notice that it was a hissing noise coming from the valve there. It's nothing of any great concern really. There's a valve tool that comes with the repair kit, which I can't see at the moment. You just insert it in, twist it up tight, and it's all nice and leak free. And then the other thing, I'm going to take the aquaplanet pump, get the air pressure out of the aquaplanet now. You're pleased to hear that the valve itself is the same as the Bluefin valve. Certainly I can fit the Bluefin pump into the aquaplanet valve, which does mean that my aquaplanet pump will work, which will be a lot better than me getting a huffing and puffing like I am. I've put it into the aquaplanet just quickly just to see that. You can see there 15 or just 16 on the aquaplanet. Slightly different to what the aquaplanet thing said, but then we are in the sun, so it could have heated up a little bit. I don't know if you're new to supping or not. If you are, hold your ears, keep your face away, push it down and twist it a bit. Ooh, push it down. Makes a very loud noise, doesn't it? Also shuts the hens up next door from queuing. Anyway, I'm going to deflate this now. You don't need to see me doing that. Maiden voyage then. Let's see how this goes. We're down at Tyne Green this morning. This afternoon even. It's this afternoon now. Sup's all set up, ready to go. So we'll see what happens. Enough for now. I need to put the camera away. A bit windy out. This pedals nicely though. Just going in the opposite direction at the moment to the wind downstream. Yeah, quite quickly given the wind and the fact that I'm not standing up at the moment. I do stand up, but not quite at this particular moment in time. I'll just go down just to give me a better handhold of the camera. Paddle on the Tyne at Tyne Green. A nice big long stretch. You get lots of rowers coming down on the rowing boats. Not quite as far as this, but certainly not all the way up, but certainly most of the way up. You can only get so far before you get some rapids, which hopefully you can see behind me. I don't know. And then there's some more rapids there. So it's a nice big stretch of water really. I mean, it's not massively long, which doesn't help when you just bought yourself a touring board, but equally it's a pleasant enough place to paddle. You can go up and down as you like. Those paddlers though there on the River Tyne are the local Hexham canoe club who come out on a Saturday afternoon. Various kayaks and paddle boards and all sorts there. As I say though, very good ride. Nice and steady. Cuts through the water quite well. The old kayak would have had splashes coming up all over the top of me with the wind that we've got today, but not today. Just this cuts through the water really well. Which is what I wanted, help increase my fitness, and we'll see how things go as the year progresses, whether or not I'll actually be able to do something like the paddle skedaddle as I suggested. 2 miles in an hour, not the quickest. Kids playing, they seem to be alright though. I am actually an open water lifeguard, so just need to be sure. Yeah, they're fine, just playing. Hopefully they won't come into camera view, otherwise I'll have to change this view. Whoops, I don't think. Yeah, so that's it. What do I think? Hold on. Can't see a lot of it here really, can you? Let me splash back a bit. Oh, you've all gone dark. Hold on. Holding the phone here, so just a little bit cautious. Yeah, good. Oh. Ducks appear to like that young lad on his sub there. I'm not entirely sure why. Guess that's ducks for you, isn't it? Liking people, or liking young people anyway. Another supper there just in front. I'm not going to bring him into focus because it's just not fair. There's Tyne Bridge there. just a weir the other side of this. It's like an infinity pool really. Don't want to be going too far forward. Nice and busy sometimes at Tyne Green. Those two suppers there with the two kids on have got loads of bread. Seem to be feeding the ducks to encourage them on, bless them. So you can see how quickly this is actually moving in the wind. At a bit of a pace. Anyway, enough of that for now. I said I'd show you how these US fins work, but I didn't when I put it on. Show you when I'm taking it off. So there's a fin. One fin on the bottom of the Rogue, like I said. You get a little twirly knob here. Yeah, I'm going to do the twirly knob. We'll do it up. Obviously you'll be doing this in reverse. And that comes out. And that then this up. And that goes in. And you can see there's a little nut that comes out. So what you would do if you were putting this in, is you'd take it off the fin. Take it off the fin. Slip it into here. Move it to the end. Take the pin out. Probably not dropping the pin like I just did then. Let's get that out. Apologies for the poor camera work there. Where's it gone? There it is. Stick it in there, take it out. And you've got a little knobbly bit on the end here. And that slips into there. Making sure that is facing the back. And it goes, plonk it down on top of that. Screw that back in again. Don't know if you saw that then. So that goes in. Plonk it down like that. Make sure it's lined up in there. Pick up a wee tap to do that. Oh. Anyway, line that up. It's lined up now. Put that in and screw it up. So done. Thank you very much. Whew. Need a rest now. Bag's nice and big anyway. Everything goes in there easily without any hassle. Ooh. Unlike the Aquaplanet, which was a pain in the bottom. Need a rest now. Anywho, that's my introduction. We'll see what happens over the next few months with respect to supping and touring supping. Goodbye for now.